Good evening, everyone. Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners. We're going to be looking again real quick at Ethereum versus US dollar and Ethereum versus Bitcoin, just to highlight the difference in why we talk about Ethereum versus US dollar instead of comparing it to the Bitcoin. If you didn't watch the other one, came out a couple days ago, please go back and watch that. Bob talks about the fundamental reasons. I talked about the technical reasons. Just going to highlight some other technical reasons. Again, we had a really nice breakout in Ethereum ahead of the hard fork, the new code looking at that's going to be put in. Looks like there's a lot of confidence in that. Blowing through our reverse GAN box levels really nicely, 319, 324. Coming up to the end of this advanced clear path, you can see the nice reaction there. Did pull back on a 1 hour time frame to the rotation zone, 8 pushing the price, and then moved back up, just missing the next end of clear path. And this did break out from a horizontal channel, which gave a full target of 343. When you do your horizontal channels, you're going to want to be focusing on the candle bodies from the extremes, preferably if there's a significant levels around there too. So that's what you're going to be wanting to watch for. And the one level is the full projection, and that hit the 343.80. You can see it popped above there. We got a nice redraw trend line, so that is complete. At this point, we're going to be watching for a pullback to the rising rotation zone and a nice little pause going into the weekend. The next key levels higher, especially if we get above the new defining point on the trend line and in closing above this red line, which is the end of the clear path. So we need a close or a sustained move intraday above 350.63, 356.91, then 362. Let's also update this from the reverse GAN box to a current projection rotation box and see how those levels line up from the last point we break out. You also see how we did pull back to our path trend line, held there, and then took off. So this is also now a redraw. Next key levels up. This is pretty nice. Look at these levels lining up. So we have another end of a clear path lining up with a 12.5% projection from the now forward GAN box right around 356.50 to 356.91. So that's the next target area. Then the 25% lining up with a prior retracement GAN level nearly exactly right around this 362.70 area. Nice strong targets, but again, watch for a pullback possibly to the 330 area, rising 8 rotation zone. Could even pull back a little more. This has had a strong run up. Then watch for it to rotate back up, possibly get above a key trend line. We could be getting a trend line forming. This is really early, but they could be forming like that. So then you're going to want a rotation back up above that. Could be another trigger for you to potentially get long. Let's switch over to Ethereum versus Bitcoin, though. Want to show you the major difference. We had multiple chart patterns here. We've hit key levels here. We've just projected our new levels, and they line up really nice with end of clear paths, prior GAN levels, giving us really confident levels. However, when we switch over to Ethereum versus Bitcoin, which we'll do right now. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin, you see Bitcoin got a lot stronger, and Ethereum was just sitting in that channel. So Ethereum wasn't doing anything, but it looks here like it got weaker. And then Ethereum took off, and now Bitcoin's been pulling back from its highs, so it's amplifying the back reverse move up. But there was really not any key patterns to trade off with this move versus following it with the reserve currency, as Bob talked about the other day. And it's the most widely traded pairs. Most of these, if they're trading against the US dollar, are pretty widely traded, and they give more reliable patterns. So that's why we're following them again versus US dollar instead of just versus Bitcoin, because we get a lot more key levels to trade off of, we get a lot more accurate price action to key off of, and we get much better trades. That's all we have for you in Ethereum this evening. Hope you guys have a wonderful night, and talk to you this weekend. We'll do across the board crypto updates this weekend, so stay tuned for those. Bye for now.